Good morning. Welcome to the W Podcast. We're here with James Stuetz, Patrick Hickey. How are you guys doing today?
Pretty good. Doing pretty swell.
That's amazing. They're doing great. All right, so this week we'll be talking about the trade the Knicks just made on January 31st of this year. The Knicks broke the sports headlines when releasing information on Kristaps Porzingis' discontent with the Knicks organization and the direction they were going. Less than a couple hours later, Porzingis, the leading superstar involved in the deal, was on his way to the Dallas Mavericks, along with the shooting guards Tim Hardaway Jr., Courtney Lee, and point guard Trey Burke. In return, the Knicks received a hopeful future star in the 21-year-old point guard Dennis Smith Jr. The Knicks, along with Dennis Smith Jr., received former Defensive Player of the Year DeAndre Jordan and shooting guard Wesley Matthews. To round the deal off, the Knicks also received a 2021 unprotected first-round pick as well as 2023 top 10 protected pick from the Mavericks. Lastly, this deal gave the Knicks enough cap space to sign two max contract players in the loaded 2019 free agency, headlined by the one and only Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, who have been linked to joining the Knicks since the beginning of the season.
In the Mavericks' eyes, getting a caliber player such as Kristaps Porzingis is almost viewed as a no-brainer deal, but took some risk as Porzingis is still recovering from an ACL tear on February 6, 2018. With star rookie point forward Luka Doncic is emerging as a Class A talent, Dennis Smith Jr. has slotted himself out of the lineup as he is a ball-dominant point guard that needs the ball in his hands to run an offense. Shooting guards Tim Hardaway Jr. and Courtney Lee can be valuable 3-and-D assets to be around such a talented playmaker like Luka. Burke, who is also involved in this deal, will see minimal minutes but will look to see if he can make an impact as soon as possible.
But what led Porzingis to wanting out of the Knicks? One of the worst front offices in all of sports and the team owner from hell, James Dolan. Since Dolan purchased the Knicks in 1994, the Knicks have reached the NBA Finals just one time in 1999 and have had 15 losing seasons up to the 2018-2019 season, which sees the Knicks with a abysmal 10-14 record midway through the season. In addition to the countless losing seasons, Porzingis hasn't been given the right setting for him to strive in New York, as they have had 4 different coaches in the 4 years Porzingis has been with the team.
All right. So now that the trade is final, what are your takeaways from this deal?
I think this trade can go one of two ways. The Knicks hit it big this free agency, and they sign whoever they plan to sign, whether it's Durant or Kyrie. Jimmy Butler's a free agent, although I really don't want him on the Knicks. Klay Thompson, although I think he'll go back. I think that if the Knicks do get the marquee free agent, we'll be in a better place than we are this season. That's for sure. Porzingis was injured, and he didn't want in on our team, and you wouldn't want somebody who's supposed to be your best player not interested in playing for you guys. So I think it could be a good trade for the Knicks in the near future, as well as the Mavericks. Pairing Doncic with Porzingis is one of the best young core of players I've seen in the recent NBA. I've watched NBA for the past maybe 6-7 years, and I think Doncic and Porzingis have two of the best upsides out of any player I've seen. And it's going to be really interesting to watch them play the next couple of years. What about you, Patrick? What are your thoughts on this deal?
I just seem to have to agree, Phil Jackson finally drafted that one guy, which he's tended to not do, as he drafted a lot of mistakes and such, Frank Ntilikina. And we finally got this one cornerstone to build around, and we unloaded him before we could even see how healthy he could be when he comes back. And to have a guy like him traded for such low-tier talent that we could have drafted in the draft if we really wanted to, instead of drafting Ntilikina, I think that was the biggest mistake. I know there was a lot of tension between Porzingis and the Knicks franchise itself, so I think the trade was decent enough, but I don't think we got enough value out of Porzingis specifically. I think the Mavericks are going to win this in the future. He's a restricted free agent. He's going to sign to a big deal, 4 to 5 years probably. He's going to be a cornerstone with Doncic. We're going to see another Nash and Dirk, and they won't make the mistake by trading Nash this time. They have them both locked down for future history, and we're going to see some of the best European players ball out.
Honestly, I'm trying to be optimistic with this trade. I'm a huge Knicks fan, and it really kills me when they're 10-40, and they've only gotten worse. I'm pretty sure they lost 15 straight going up till last night, which is just shouldn't happen in New York, especially with the Knicks. And I know their roster isn't where it should be, but after this trade, I think we need to make a better statement to these free agents. We need to keep playing better and show that we have promise for next season, and that if a Kevin Durant kind of guy or Kyrie Irving does sign with us, that we will win. And that's really all that these free agents want. They want to win, and they want to win now because they're getting older, and as time goes on, your chance to win gets increasingly smaller. I think it's vital that we do get these free agents, because if we don't, and we do trade Porzingis, and we don't have any big name players to back us up for it, I think the backlash from the city of New York and on the front office will just be overwhelming, and I think it'll just put the Knicks in a bad situation. James Dolan is an idiot. He has run this team into the dirt. He has brought us to, I thought, unthinkable levels, but 15 losing seasons since 1994, that is disgusting. I think he should be ashamed of what he's done, and the fans have all the right to be mad with all the decisions he's made as an owner and a part of the front office.
Yeah, to add on to that, James Dolan has led this team into shambles ever since 1994 when he bought the team. We've been to one finals in 1999, and that's the only playoff experience really besides 2011 that we've really seen true competition. And to be honest, I really don't think any free agents are going to be signing with the Knicks while he's still an owner. It's just too much controversy. He doesn't know what he's doing, and he just leads this team, and he just hides behind Phil Jackson like he did before. Finally, we got rid of him, but he just likes to hide behind people who think they know what they're doing, but they really don't. I think the Knicks really took a big gamble, and let's pray it works out for both teams, but all I'm going to say is I think in 2023, the Mavericks are going to be title contenders, and we're going to see the worst out of both Porzingis and Doncic. They're going to dominate this league.
Thanks for tuning into this podcast. We had a great conversation with the Knicks and the Mavericks and the trade that just recently happened. We'll see how it pans out over the next season, couple of seasons. Thanks for tuning in. See you guys next time.